Hey everyone, this is Phil Gamesh. This is a comic haul video for books I picked up for the week of May 23rd, I think. And the week before that, I don't remember the dates, but I'll look them up before I post the video so that the title will be more or less accurate. Um, these are books that I got from the store, but I'm going to start off with a few books that I got off of Midtown. So those are a little bit older. Like those among you who are paying attention to which books come out which week will know that Deathstroke 31 here uh, is what, 3 weeks old. But I only got it, I don't know, a week and a half ago, I guess. Anyway, I got Deathstroke 30, and I really enjoyed that story, so I wanted to keep getting it. And of course, I love what DC is doing with the trade dress for these variant covers. It looks really nice. So, Deathstroke 31, well, I think it's a Jerome Opeña cover, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. From Midtown, I also got the wraparound cover for Despicable Deadpool number 300. This one's kind of fun to look at. I particularly like 70s blaxploitation Deadpool down here. But yeah, there's just a bunch of different iterations of Deadpool that are really cool. Midtown also sent me the Young Guns variant for Venom number 1 by Aaron Cooter, and the Young Guns variant for Avengers number 1 by Aaron Cooter. I'm just guessing on how he pronounces his last name. I really don't know. So, move those aside. Also from Midtown, since it was sold out everywhere else, locally, I got Rick and Morty number 37, right? 37? I think so. Yeah, 37. The variant cover that's a homage to X-Men 141. Yeah, 141. I love that cover. That is really great. That's like the best Rick and Morty cover I've seen so far. And lastly, from Midtown, I mentioned this in one of my most recent videos. How I love the book Maestros by Steve Scroce. This is the Virgin wraparound cover. It's gorgeous. I love these Virgin covers that Image is doing, as you'll see shortly. So, let's just move those out of the way. Now, I picked up Infinity Countdown Daredevil number 1. I'm sort of rethinking it now. I mean, there's nothing particularly special about this book, I don't think, and I kind of get the feeling that story-wise, anything to do with this Infinity Countdown story is probably nothing important is going to be relegated to these tie-ins. They could surprise me, of course, but I think we've all been here before. However, I also picked up Infinity Countdown Darkhawk number 1, but only because of this Ron Lim variant cover that I really love. This really takes me back to when I started really getting into comics, like full time, and not just having a subscription to the Transformers back in the mid 80s, late 80s, whenever. Because when I first started collecting, I discovered this character of Death's Head, that dude right there. And I mean, I also got Darkhawk when it first came out, and I enjoyed that. But I really liked the character of Death's Head, and I went so far as to track down all 10 issues of his Marvel UK series. And I still have them in a back issue box somewhere in the closet. But I just really loved it. And I was always kind of disappointed what they did when they did Death's Head 2, when they kind of killed him and sort of transferred his personality into a different body. But it wasn't really the same. It wasn't the same character. And this version is just so, I don't know. It just takes things personally. Like, well, it's hard to describe. Like, he works as a bounty hunter, but he hates being called a bounty hunter, and he's got all these verbal tics. He's just kind of a bizarre character. And come to think of it, it would actually fit in pretty well with like the Guardians of the Galaxy films. But, you know, I don't know if they'll ever do anything with him. And I haven't read this yet, so I don't know if this is the same version of the character. But I guess I'll see. So, moving on. Let's see, over the past 2 weeks I got Justice League No Justice #2 and #3. I read the first issue and I liked it pretty well, so I decided to keep going with it. And this is just kind of a random book. Brothers Dracul #2. I also have #1. And I liked it. I thought it was kind of cool to, you know, take the historical setting in which Vlad, however you pronounce it, Tepish, actually lived and kind of tell this story with vampires in it. I like that. I got Champions #20, and I read like one of the Mark Waid issues. I think he wrote it from issue 1 up to, what, 18, I think. And I didn't really like his run very much, and I just didn't really like the way he was doing the book. So Jim Zub took over, I guess, in the last issue, and this one is supposed to have the appearance of a new character. I'm not really sure if it's like the Eskimo girl who meets some weird angelic alien on the first couple of pages, or if it's the villain later on in the book. But either way, I still wasn't very impressed. This is kind of a little too Captain Planet-esque for my tastes. So I'm not going to keep going with that. I got Analog #1. This actually came out a month ago, but I just picked it up well, no, not yesterday. Wednesday. Based on the news that they might be making a movie about it. So this is a pure speculation book. I haven't read it. I don't know if it's any good or not. Hopefully it is, but I have no idea. Set those aside and move on to Suicide Squad #41, which must have come out like 3 weeks ago. But it seems like it just came out last week, because Suicide Squad 42 came out, I think, this week. And I really love these Mattina covers. They're really nice. And sticking with the Mattina theme, we got the Flash #47. Another very nice cover. Although I like the one he did for Flash 46 better. And I think best of all was this Batman Deadshot cover. That's very cool. So while I was at the store on Wednesday, I finally picked up Isola #1. I read a preview of this in some other Image comic that I get. I get a lot of Image comics regularly that I don't really show off just because, I don't know, I don't really think anybody cares. You know, the latest issue of Walking Dead, the latest issue of Lazarus, or Killer Be Killed, or even Maestro's, which is awesome. But there was a preview of this in one of them, and I read it, and I wasn't terribly impressed. I thought it was okay. I thought it looked really nice. However, when I was at the store on Wednesday, they had the first issue there, and they also had the Virgin cover of the second issue, which I could not pass up. And since I got the second issue, I figured I might as well get the first. And to close it out, this is another one that I got. The first shop that I went to on Wednesday was sold out of this next book, so I called my regular shop and made sure they would hold one for me. And I'm glad that I did, because Batgirl number 23, that Joshua Middleton cover, I think is absolutely gorgeous. And I it's sold out everywhere. Like, I've even been to a few other shops just looking around just to see if, well, I mean, I was looking for other things as well, but I was definitely keeping an eye out for another copy of this, and nobody had it. So I'm really glad that I was able to get at least one copy of this for myself. That's all I have for now. So let me know in the comments if you think, you like these books. I don't know if I should do regular pickup videos for like every week of the books that I get, because normally I don't get out to the shop until Friday. So it's kind of, it feels a little bit out of date, I guess. But whatever. I mean, I could still do something like this. Maybe every week, maybe every other week. Who knows? That's all I got for now, though, so feel free to comment, and definitely feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.